So in 2020, I bought a Jeep so that way I could go camping pretty much wherever I wanted to go. And in that time, we've gone down rougher and more remote roads and learned a lot about what the Jeep is capable of, but also ways to have a safer experience. So in this episode, I want to share with you some off-road essentials that I think every beginner Jeeper should have. So first things first is the tool that I probably use the most, which is this off-road shovel. I've used this on really rough roads to fill in ruts, that way we can keep going and reach the trailhead, but it's also really good for burying your campfire. Also, you could use this thing to split wood, so super helpful. Next off-road essential is having a pair of traction boards. We actually found these stuck deep in mud in the Eastern Sierra and grabbed them because it didn't look like the owners were coming back anytime soon. But these are really great if you do get stuck in mud. You just jam them under the tires and it makes it a lot easier to get out, or if there's deep sand. And they're super small. These ones are a really good size, and so I just throw these right in the back of my spare tire bag back here. Next off-road essential is the recovery strap. This thing just attaches right to the back here, or the two hooks in the front. I've used this a couple times, one with a friend whose brakes went out and I was trailing behind him, making sure he wasn't losing control, but also I helped out a buddy who was stuck in deep sand. Another one of my most used purchases are these air downs from All Top. I use these anytime I'm going off-road and I need to have a little bit better traction or a smoother ride. If you're in a situation where you are stuck, airing down your tire is a great way to gain more traction and get yourself out of a situation. Following naturally from the deflators, it's always great to have an air compressor. So I use this Smittybilt. Anytime you get back on pavement, you want to make sure you're aired back up. But we've also used this when I got a flat tire in Borrego Springs and I needed to get to a repair shop. I was able to fill my tire up and drive another mile or so and not have to call a tow truck. Here's one that I've had since I was 16 years old, and I drive my Jeep Cherokee, a pair of jumper cables. If you're in a situation, obviously, where your battery dies and you got a buddy there, you just hook them up and you're good to go. Now, of course, if you're out here and there's no one around, jumper cables don't mean much. And if you don't got the jumper cables and there is someone around, you're still in a situation. As is standard on any Jeep vehicle, you got your spare tire. I've never had to change my spare on the trail, but it's a good thing to know how to do it, and it's a good thing to know where the jack is, so let me show you that. Got it down here. You open up this little compartment, you got your jack here, pull this guy out. That could be a lifesaver. Know before you go. So if you are in a situation where you have a flat, it's a whole lot easier, rather than change the spare tire out, to have a tire repair kit. I got this one at O'Reilly for about 10 bucks. You also want to make sure you have some kind of an X-Acto knife because the repair inserts require cutting. All right, well, hopefully the amount of times that any of us gets into an emergency off-road situation is minimal. But these are products that are not only relatively inexpensive, but that store super easily in and around your Jeep. These are the products that I have in my recovery kit. Maybe there's something you think that I am missing. If there is, please drop a comment below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching this episode of Artistic Off-Road. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next adventure.